All right, hello, my name is Laura Anderson. This is my assignment for the Eternal Families class. I get to tell you guys a little bit about the interview that I did. Here are the 6 questions, and I'll go ahead and introduce the couples that I interviewed. The first couple that I chose were Rhett and Kaylee. I chose them. They've just been married six months, and I went to their wedding back in the end of the summertime. And I loved in their interview that you could just tell they were still so excited about just like being with each other, so in love. Something kind of cool that I took away from their interview is that like the idea that like opposites attract, which is kind of a cheesy phrase, but I think it's really cool that when you're looking for a partner, they don't have to be like exactly like you. They can have different interests than you, which can complement each other and which can help a lot. For example, Rhett is super into Taekwondo and Kaylee wasn't, but now she's kind of like taken an interest into like the martial arts sides, kind of sacrificed a little to show Rhett that she loves him. And Kaylee is really into skiing, which Rhett wasn't before, but now Rhett is getting into it, just to show his love for her. They are a super fun couple to interview. And they got married in the Provo City Center Temple and sealed there. Let's see. And yeah, 0 kids so far. It was funny to ask them that one because they're not planning on having kids for a little bit, but my next couple were Janae and Andrew. They are my aunt and uncle, and they've been married for 10 years. It was their second marriage. They also got sealed in the Provo City Center Temple. It was kind of interesting to have the perspective of a couple that has been divorced before and married, because they learned a lot from both of their previous marriages. And so one key takeaway from them is the idea that they're just so loyal to each other. That's like such a big top attribute for them when they were dating, like looking for a partner, was someone that is loyal and that there's just like no secrets in their relationship. Yeah, they're amazing. I also loved that when they were explaining about like their family dynamic, it's based on adventure. They love spending time as a family together. And so sometimes they try to get their work done really fast. They still have work is incorporated. But then they just go out and they have a good time together and they laugh. And I've literally seen that when I go over and hang out with them. That's kind of why I wanted to interview them, because I love their family dynamic. They're so fun. This is Ann and Keith. They've been married 31 years. They were sealed in the Salt Lake Temple. They're my aunt and uncle. Fun fact, they're actually the parents of Kaylee, the one from the earlier interview. Something super cool I learned about them. They lived in Dominica, like their Dominican Republic, when Keith was going to medical school. And during that time, it was kind of difficult to get to church. It was a multiple-hour drive, but wait, maybe that was when they were in Michigan. Anyways, both times that they were living in Michigan and in Dominica, that's how they said it. They've really made a sacrifice to attend all the church activities. It was never a question. They always attended sacrament meeting. So they were really a good example of just having Christ, and God being part of their marriage. They were a great example. Something that was cool is that I got similar advice from multiple people. One of the advice that I got multiple times is that in conflict, it is you against the problem, not you against your partner. And I love that perspective. It kind of takes the contention between your relationship. Each of them mentioned how important it is to also put God in your relationship, and to be a good example of keeping your covenants for your children. Each of them mentioned that. And overall, this assignment just made me excited to have a family of my own. I think before I've been a little bit worried about having kids in these times that I don't even know what my kids will be learning about in school and different political climates, but just gave me a lot of hope that there's still ways to teach your kids about Jesus Christ in this world and to have a happy and fulfilling relationship with your couple. And it also just made me actually want to continue interviewing more couples because everyone was so happy to share advice with me. So that's some of my insights. Thank you.